Good evening. I'm standing here in probably a familiar place to you, the PSTA board, Chair Johnson, and the rest of you spent almost your entire day here on Wednesday, and I'm very thankful for the time you serve on PSTA. I think we had a really good discussion about what type of buses PSTA might purchase in the future, and I think we had a long but thoughtful discussion. I also want to welcome our newest commissioner, Samantha Fenger from Largo, who kind of got baptized by fire on our first board meeting day, but thanks also for spending more time with me and a tour of our facilities here at PSTA yesterday. Want to thank the board members, that's Chair Johnson and Darden Rice, Wengay Newton, and Mark Dighton, who joined me down in St. Pete earlier today for a ribbon cutting to celebrate our expanded service on 22nd Avenue North and our new Route 22, with expanded service serving exactly as our Path Forward plan calls for, areas that has higher transit demand while taking resources away from underutilized areas. Got some good news and some bad news on the legislative front. First, the bad news. PSTA and HART were unsuccessful in receiving any federal Tiger grant funds for our farebox collection project this go-around. Those awards were just announced yesterday. But we shouldn't feel too bad because there was no Tiger grants awarded to the entire state of Florida for any project in our state. That's got some folks, I understand, concerned. But the good news is that we heard this week also that the Florida DOT is studying a pilot program to run buses on shoulder lanes along I-275 in Pinellas County from Gandy Boulevard to downtown St. Petersburg. That's a direct result of what the PSTA board did by sending a letter to FDOT and asking them to allow buses to run on the shoulder where they do not have their proposed express lanes. The express lanes will end at Gandy Boulevard, and we asked FDOT, and now they're going to study it specifically, to run buses on the shoulders to downtown St. Petersburg. Last, I am honored to have been named the Florida Public Transit Association's chair for the next 2 years. FPTA is a transit association across our state of Florida with more than 30 transit systems represented and carrying more than 270 million public transit trips per year. Next week is another big week, just like every week at PSTA. On Monday, we've got the executive committee at 11 o'clock here at PSTA. That's Chair Johnson, Vice Chair Bajalski, and Secretary Treasurer Long, as well as Darden Rice and Ken Welch, coming to talk about many of the follow-up items that we board members asked for at the board meeting this week. On Friday is a meeting of the Tampa Bay TMA, which is the MPOs of Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, and Pasco County getting together over in Hillsborough County to talk about this new proposal that you probably have heard of, where CSX is proposing to sell the freight rail line that is in Pinellas County to FDOT, perhaps for a future passenger rail operation sometime in the future. That's on the docket for that meeting. Of course, Tuesday is election day across the country, and here in St. Petersburg and Seminole. In St. Petersburg, the new person will be elected to replace our own board member, Wengay Newton. And then finally, 2 weeks from now, we will be celebrating Veterans Day here at PSTA by allowing veterans to ride all of our services on Veterans Day for free. So have a great Halloween, and make sure to fall back on your clocks, and we'll see you next week.